All right, it's that time again. I know you guys miss me so much. It's that time. I'm going to try to do a few videos today. Um, but anyway, so we're reading our book, Key Hunters, The Mysterious Moonstone. We are on chapter 6. And look, that looks like it might be our Moonstone, guys. Okay. I'll see if I can remember all of the voices that I did. We'll see. Chapter 6. Cursed, Evan and Chloe said at once. Ever since we've had it, the Moonstone has brought nothing but trouble, Lady Musgrave said. What sort of trouble? Artie asked. I have no idea if that's the voice I did before. Anyway, back to the book. The colonel tapped his wooden leg. In the span of 3 years, I lost my leg to a Bengal tiger and a dozen ships to pirates. Now my daughter has fallen ill on the eve of her wedding. I suppose it's best the stone is gone. Evan scribbled in the journal. We're sorry for your losses, Artie said. Can you tell us about the Moonstone? Musgrave nodded. For starters, it's actually a diamond. I thought moonstones were opals, Artie said. Watson woofed in agreement. This diamond is called a moonstone because it changes depending on the phase of the moon, Lady Musgrave said. How does it do that? Cleo asked. It's a mystery, Colonel Musgrave said. When the moon is full, the diamond glows a brilliant white. When the moon is dark, it turns gray, almost black. I got it as payment for a large shipment of silk. It's as large as a baby's fist and flawless. Queen Victoria planned to have the stone put on a crown. It would have made her other jewels seem tiny. But what the queen saw, but when the queen saw the diamond change color, she no longer wanted it, Lady Musgrave said. She believes that Jewel is evil. Nonsense, Colonel Musgrave muttered, tucking some papers in a folder. The top read Bank of London and was stamped Loan Past Due in big bold letters. I'm afraid we'll have to speak with your guest to get to the bottom of this, Artie said. Of course, Colonel Musgrave said. There aren't many people here, though. Most are due to arrive tomorrow. Even who was in this house when the Moonstone disappeared? Evan asked. Colonel Musgrave stroked his mustache. My wife and I were here, and my daughter Beatrice, who was the last to see the Moonstone. Her groom, Richard Cunningham III, was on the third floor, Lady Musgrave said. He agreed to stay up there. It's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding. Wealthy family, indeed, whispered Colonel Musgrave, his eyebrows wiggled up and down like two excited caterpillars. What about Kumar? Leo asked. Kumar is always here, said Colonel Musgrave. Was anybody else in the house? Artie asked. Colonel Musgrave thought for a moment. Only Chef Lilith. She's been working in the kitchen. How many people know you keep the stone in the house? Evan asked. I'm just going to show you the pages, but there's nothing on there. No pictures or anything. Great Scott, Colonel Musgrave said. We don't keep the Moonstone here. We keep it at the Bank of London. We've brought it out of the vault just for tomorrow's affair, Lady Musgrave said. It was supposed to be a surprise at the wedding. Unfortunately, we were the ones who were surprised, Colonel Musgrave said. He limped around the desk and leaned against it. So the people who knew the diamond was here are the people in this very house, Artie said. Colonel Musgrave thought for a moment. Just us and our banker, Jules Worthington IV. He dropped it off earlier today. Does everyone have a number after their name? Cleo whispered to Evan. Are there any other items of value in the house? Artie asked. Only our grandfather clock, the colonel said. It was a gift from the Queen herself, Lady Musgrave said. It's at the top of the stairs on the second floor. Splendid, Artie said. If you don't mind, we'll start by questioning your daughter. Oh, can't you let her rest? Said Lady Musgrave. She's ill and under great stress. Anyhow, Beatrice would never steal. That may be true, Artie said, but we need to be thorough. She was the last one to see the Moonstone. Very well, Colonel Musgrave said. She's upstairs in her bedroom. As Evan, Cleo, and Artie left the room, they bumped into a thin man wearing a silk top hat. He had the shiniest fingernails Evan had ever seen. You must be the detectives, the man said, shaking their hands. I'm Jules Worthington, Colonel Musgrave's banker. The bank is eager to see the stone returned. Now please excuse me. I must speak with Colonel Musgrave. I understand, Artie said. However, we have some questions first. Worthington pulled a gold pocket watch from his vest and glanced at it. I don't have much time, he said, tapping his well-shined shoe on the marble floor. It'll only take a moment, Cleo said. Worthington glanced at his watch again. Of course, he said. Anything to help. You were in charge of bringing the Moonstone here? Evan asked. Worthington nodded. Our secret team delivered the stone in an iron lockbox. So this is our character. Alright, so the question begins, what have we learned so far? Who was the last person to see the Moonstone? Where are they now? That's 2. Third question, Who is this character that they're talking to now? 3 questions. We searched the house, gave the Moonstone to Musgrave, and left. Then I returned to the bank. My secretary can tell you I didn't leave until I found out about the theft. Evan jotted a few notes. What's the value of the Moonstone? Cleo asked. It's priceless, Worthington said. But let's say you were trying to sell it, Cleo said. Worthington rubbed his chin. It's insured for more than £1,000,000. Artie gasped. Evan stopped scribbling in the journal. Watson drooled. That's pretty heavy, Cleo said. Pounds are dollars in England, Evan said. Oh, Cleo said. Then that's a lot of money. All right, another question. We have another question. Who was Watson? Tell me in the comments or go to the Facebook page. Now, finishing off this chapter. Indeed, Worthington said. He glanced at his watch and then looked out the towering window. The moon still hung red in the sky. Now, I must speak with Colonel Musgrave. It's urgent. Do you mind if we ask why? Evan said. I'm going to insist on removing the grandfather clock from the house and securing it in our vault, Worthington said. As long as this mystery remains unsolved, we must be careful. The security team will be here before midnight, and I will oversee the job myself. I'm sorry. This can't wait any longer. Worthington pushed past them and disappeared into Musgrave's study. Alrighty, so I'll see you guys soon so you can get the next chapter, which will be chapter 9. No, chapter 7. And in chapter 7, we have some things going on. So comment below. What did we learn today? Bye.